Shalom, familia. So, yo le tengo esto como que me estaba inquieta. So, I have this study today, como que un estudio de, de lo que es el fruto del Espíritu Santo, de lo que es necio de corazón. What I have today is things that have to do with fruit with the Holy Spirit and a person who is whose heart is hard. And so it's going to be English and Spanish. I'm going to be reading it. So first, lo voy a hacer en el español y el inglés. So the first thing I'm going to do es leer Gálatas 5, 22 a 23. El fruto del Espíritu. Pero el fruto del Espíritu es amor, gozo, paz, tolerancia, benignidad, bondad, fe, mansedumbre, contemplanza. Contra tales cosas no hay ley. So that's the Spanish one. Now I'm going to find the English one that I have here. And hopefully I didn't mess up my page. Here we go. Let me see. I think it's this one right here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we're going to Galatians 5:22 to 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And that is Galatians 5:22, 23, what I just read. So, okay, leemos ya el español y el inglés. I'm going to start off with that first and then we're going to go later on to the other one. Voy a empezar con ese, después voy a empezar con el otro. And what I wanted to talk about is qué realmente es el fruto del Espíritu. What is the fruit of the Spirit? Why? Because there's things happening. Hay cosas pasando that I've been seeing, supposedly Christians, supuestamente gente cristiana, but how do you know? ¿Cómo tú sabes una persona que es cristiana? How do you know it's a true Christian? How do you know? Everyone could be a Christian. Everyone could be a Christian. Todo el mundo puede ser cristiano, but a real Christian is a follower of Christ. Un verdadero cristiano es un seguidor de Cristo. Un seguidor de Cristo que obedece, que viva en la palabra y viva la ley. A real Christian is a person, a follower of Christ, who lives the law, who lives by it, and who obeys God in every single word. Entonces, so, this been happening, esto está pasando, como que it's been hard, because I'm always preaching, and people, yo siempre estoy predicando a las personas, y, ¿verdad? Para entregarlo a Cristo, preaching to get them to Christ. Pero hay cosas, there are things that happen during supposedly Christian or as you're a religious man who's going to church all the time or a woman. Cosas que supuestamente tú eres un cristiano o una persona religiosa que va a la iglesia y supuestamente. Y la cosa es que el fruto del Espíritu Santo, His Spirit is always going to be love. You're never gonna, tú nunca vas a escuchar, siempre va a ser amor. Tú nunca vas a escuchar algo que sea necio. Tú nunca vas a escuchar a una persona hablando mal, porque you're never gonna hear like true fruits of the Spirit are gonna be love. There's not gonna be no gossip. There's not gonna be no backlash in people. El fruto del Espíritu siempre va a tener ese amor. Nunca te va a hablar mal del hermano, de la hermana. Never, never. And las cosas que yo he visto en la comunidad cristiana, the things I've been seeing in like the Latin community, not even only Latin, but like the whole Christian community. It's like there's a lot of lashing back and forth, supposedly Christian peleas. There's a lot of fights, between Christians, and I'm like, a true Christian doesn't, no matter what happens, no matter what they hear, you don't listen to it. If you hear something about your brother and sister, you're supposed to go up to that person. You know what? I heard this and this. And una persona verdaderamente cristiana no va a hablar mal con su hermano. Si tú escuchas algo, tú tienes que ir donde tu hermano. Mira, yo escuché esto, para dejarte saber, pues, not talking junk. You're not being rude. Tú no eres grosero, pero people see Christians as like this holiness that we have to hold. La gente ve a la gente cristiana como que algo santo, santo tenemos que y la cosa es que I have feelings, Yo tengo sentimientos, I'm not a robot. Yo no soy un robot. Entonces la gente me ve como que no como un ser humano. Sometimes people forget like I'm a human, They think I'm like some robot. And I have feelings. So, hay altas y bajas porque nadie es perfecto. Whereas nobody is perfect. No one is perfect, right? And, I just want to say como que entonces yo estoy viendo like I've been seeing a lot. And that is just so hard, like it broke me. Esto que yo he visto es tan fuerte que literalmente me ha roto, me ha rompido literal. And so, like I'm saying, yo siempre estoy predicando Cristo, like what he did to me, I'm always preaching about God, what he did, what he freed me to get people to him because, we're in the time I want everyone to know what God did for me. What he did for me, he could do for you. Yo siempre estoy predicando sobre Cristo y yo quiero saber lo que él hizo en mí. Tú también puedes ser libre también. And I've been seeing supposedly, y yo estoy viendo supuestamente cristianos, desde que yo me convertí, yo he visto como que comentarios siempre de gente hablando, y hay cristianos falsos, y hay esto, y yo, de verdad. And then, so I've been hearing ever since I turned like Christian, I've been like a year and 6 months, yo llevo 1 año y 6 meses como cristiana. And this is the first time like I actually seen it. Es la primera vez como que yo lo veo. And supposedly this person goes to church all the time. Siempre hay esta persona, va para la iglesia todo el tiempo. And he's like, oh, blessing, sister. God bless you. Entonces siempre está, mira, Dios te bendiga, hermana, hermano, Dios te bendiga, And that's what I'm saying, that, the spirit, it tells you that there will be wolves in sheep clothing. Entonces, por eso es que te habla la palabra que va a haber lobos disfrazados como ovejas. Entonces, por eso es que that's why it's important to have discernment. Por eso es importante tener el discernimiento. And then, supposedly, entonces, una persona le pide ayuda al supuestamente santo de Dios, a devoto, so this person asks somebody, mira, I need your help, something's going on. You know what that person did? Tú sabes lo que dice la persona, como que mira, ayúdame, algo está pasando. Completamente ignorado, like forgotten. Just ignore, like, and he talks so much and he gossips so much. Entonces él está hablando mal del prójimo y haciendo contenta, como que mucho criterio. So right there, ahí mismo tú sabes que el fruto del espíritu no están ahí, because God, it tells you right there. It tells you, te dice en la palabra de lo que es el fruto del espíritu. Tiene que ver amor, gozo, contemplanza. It has to be love, contemplation. It has to be peace. That's fruit of the spirit. Y incluso, and that hurts me so bad. Y eso me duele porque supuestamente una persona que es de Dios, you're supposed to help your brother out. Yo sé que yo me he visto hasta que I have seen myself even with $1. Yo me he visto hasta con $1 y I give it to somebody. I give it a alguien que no necesita, and I give it, o sea, yo se lo doy. I give it away. It's just $1 or what, even si yo tengo $1 y lo único que me queda, even if it's just $1 and that's the only thing I have, I give it out. Porque tú no sabes en la necesidad que esta persona tiene. You don't know the need they do. And yes, I understand that there's a lot of people, being drug addicts. Y yo entiendo que tú, como nos quieres dar a los pobres, pero you have to think this way. Remember, the word says that you could be entertaining angels not knowing. La palabra te habla y te dice que tú puedes estar entreteniendo ángeles sin saberlo. So, can you imagine? ¿Tú te puedes imaginar que this person that's like in the street, una persona que está vagabundo, like, you know, in the street, and he goes up to you asking for something, y él viene donde ti preguntándote, y tú digas no, you know, you say no, and you don't even know it's an angel of God, y tú no sabes que es un ángel del Señor. You're gonna feel so bad that you said no. Tú te vas a sentir tan mal porque dijiste no, you know. Entonces, you know, when you do good things, cuando tú haces cosas buenas, es que tú haces de tu corazón. When you do good things, you do it of your heart. Tú no lo haces para subir en las redes. Mira que I helped this person, you know, let's say Africa, for example. Vamos a decir África, que tú ayudaste, you know, unas personas que son de África, unos niños, let's say that, you know, you guys helped someone from Africa, like kids, right? Y tú estás subiendo como que, you know it's not coming from your heart. You know you want people to show it, to see that you have a good heart. Tú sabes que tú no estás haciéndole tu corazón, sino haciéndole por la hipocresía. So that's when the word God comes in. Ahí entonces que la palabra de Dios te dice, cuando tú vas a hacer las cosas, hazlo en secreto, porque el Padre que está en el cielo te recompensará. And then so, let's get into word. So the word says that you do things in secret, for God will give you your reward in secret. You know, you're supposed to keep it a secret, not let everyone know, you know, what you're giving out to somebody. You know, and he knows your heart. Él conoce tu corazón. Si tú estás siendo hipócrita, él conoce. If you are being a hypocrite, he knows it. Because I've been there. Like, I've been there. My experience on my freedom thing, there was a point when I, you know, accepting Jesus. I was like, yeah, you know, I accept you. I'm sorry, but I was a hypocrite. Entonces, yo tengo esa experiencia porque en el momento que yo estaba aceptando a Cristo, yo decía, mira, Jesús, perdóname, yo te fallé. Mira, perdóname, pero yo estaba siendo hipócrita. Él conoce tu corazón. He knows you like a clear glass. Él te puede ver como un vaso transparente. You cannot hide. Tú no puedes esconder. You can't hide. So, you know, and it's when you do a sin, cuando tú pecas, ahí entonces tú te escondes de la presencia de Dios. When you sin, then you hide from God's presence. You're like, how am I going to face him? How am I going to face him? You know. Pero cuando tú te arrepientes de todos tus pecados and everything, ahí entonces tú estás bien. Because, you know, we are humans, you know, we sin. That's why when you, like, you know, you repent, you feel good. Because, you know, you're confessing. Confess it. Don't hide nothing. Because he reads you, tú sabes. Entonces, como cristiano, real Christians, it's not about the color of your hair or the nails or, you know, the earrings or jewelry. Entonces, para ser un cristiano verdadero, no tiene que ver con el pelo, ni con las uñas, ni con mis prendas. No. ¿De qué vale que tú seas un cristiano, que tú estés vestida, que tú tengas chaleco, que tú tengas Biblia y sigues en pecados y delitos y sigues como hipócrita? What does it matter? Like, what I mean is, what does it matter someone to dress like completely as in a dress and you have a Bible in the hand and they're like having this, you know, since they say you can't dye your hair up, you have it in a bun, and you're like walking, but you are not walking up with God because you're sinning. So, ¿qué es el punto de eso? Why does the Christian community, ¿por qué la comunidad cristiana ve a las personas así? Las ven así, oh, mira, esa tiene tatuajes, oh, look, those people have tattoos. No es posible que sea de Dios, no way. She has a hair, look at her nails, oh, no puede ser. Mira las uñas, mira el pelo, no. Let me tell you, lo que te hace cristiano, what makes you a real Christian, es que tú sigas su palabra, que tú vivas su palabra, that you live the word by it, that you obey God. That makes you a real Christian's word, that you obey the voice of God, that you are living it, that you are preaching out, that you are going to the people of need, that you're healing the sick. Un verdadero cristiano es una persona que vive su palabra. Vive su palabra y va donde la gente. Va donde la gente a predicar a los enfermos. Y Esa es una persona cristiana que verdaderamente ama a su prójimo. A real Christian that really cares about his brothers and sisters. Y yo te voy a decir la verdad, yo no soy una persona, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not a person that cares about the altar, like, with the microphone. No, no, no. Mm-mm. Yo soy una persona que a mí no me importa estar en el altar, no quiero. Todo el mundo quiere estar ahí en el altar. Everyone wants to be in the altar, like, I want to preach, I want to preach, I want to preach. Pero yo, it's different. I care about the souls. I care about the people. A mí me importan las personas. I care about people. So I go out when I'm working. Sometimes I hear the voice of God. Cuando estoy trabajando, yo a veces escucho la voz de Dios y se me dice, ora por esta persona. Sometimes I hear the God's voice, Isa, pray for this person, and I do. I obey it. Pero si alguien no quiere que tú lo ores, tú no puedes pasar por encima, But esto te digo yo, por tu fruto del Espíritu, with fruits of the Spirit, you will know how deep you're going with God and His walk, and you will see yourself. There's some people that sees themselves in levels when you're going up. Hay a veces algunas personas, Dios te deja ver tus niveles que estás subiendo, but not everybody, because sometimes you get haughty, God doesn't like people like that. Being all like, yeah, I know I'm going higher. I've been there. Y es porque la comunidad te ataca. La comunidad cristiana tiene una guerra que, ay, yo tengo que ser mejor, because the Christian community has something that, oh, I'm better than him. Oh, yeah, no. Por eso es que, that's why, like, witches, like, los brujas, satanistas, satanes, they have better communication. Ellos tienen más comunicaciones que la gente cristiana, because they, even to fight against the church, they are united. Even hasta las personas así que son brujas y satanistas se unen en oración contra la iglesia. Hay unidad. Entonces, the Christian están pensando, ay, yo tengo que tener presencia, poder y púlpito. And that's all they care about. They don't care about their souls. They only want power, They only want power. So, and it's sad. Y es bien triste que las personas no ven por eso. That's why you have to ask God in secret. God, give me discernment, give me discernment. Dame discernimiento, porque es importante el discernimiento for everything. Entonces, that's when I have a friend, ¿verdad? Yo tengo una persona que el bebé se le estaba saliendo. The baby was coming out. Like the baby, like you could feel the head. Tú puedes sentir la cabeza del bebé. Entonces, I know I felt like, pray for her. Yo sentí como que ora por ella. Y yo dije, yo creo que lo que Dios hizo, tú lo puedes hacer. I believe that what Jesus did on this earth, you could do. You could do the same things too. So, yo oré por ella. Con fe, with faith, believing, con fe creyendo that, and that she was going to be healed and the baby was going to go back up. Yo oré creyendo que el bebé iba a volverse adentro, se iba a meter de vuelta adentro y no va a salir hasta el día del parto. Yo creí. I believe so when I prayed for her of that, praying that, for the baby could go back in, like with authority. And not come out until the day of birth. Y entonces, orando a ella, a su bebé, para que su bebé no salga y que se meta para adentro hasta el día del parto, pero con autoridad. Después, I use oil. Yo usé aceite para ungirla, I use oil to, to pray for her. Y después pasó tiempito como que, no sé, como unos par de días, a few days passed by, like 2 or 3 days. And then I heard the news, I got from my other friend. Entonces una amiga mía me dijo, hey, Isa, fulana, this person, the baby went in. El bebé entró para adentro. And I'm like, praise God, because, prayer is powerful. Prayer is powerful. Entonces hay poder en la oración. La amiga mía me dijo, Isa, el bebé se le entró de vuelta. Y ahí tú estás viendo el milagro. And, that's what I'm saying. The fruits of the Spirit, when you keep on your walk truly, a walk with God, that you're not being a hypocrite, that you're turning yourself in, giving your heart. If you're not ready to accept Jesus, you don't accept him. Si tú no estás ready, no estás listo para aceptar a Cristo, no lo aceptes. Porque tú tienes que caminar. Y eso te va a dar frutos. Like God says, you know, you gotta be sowing your seed, right? And it's gonna be a day that, you know, your flower is gonna be growing. Va a haber, por eso es que va a haber un día que tú vas a ver las semillas, tú vas sembrando las semillas y tú vas a recoger los frutos de lo que tú has hecho. And that gives me so much faith. Eso me da tanto fe, más fe, because I'm seeing it happen. You know, my prayer. Pero yo sé que no soy yo, es Cristo en mí. I know it's not me, it's Jesus Christ in me. It's Christ in me. Y that's what I'm saying. Don't be scared. No tengas miedo para tú lanzarte a orar, to pray, because I know it's important with the hands, but you know you'll be led by the Spirit. You know, what you hear, oh, you know what, pray for this person. Because not everyone, you know, is going to be prayed for. No, Dios te va a dirigir. Tú vas a escuchar la palabra de Él diciéndote, sí, ora. You know. A esta persona, no todo el mundo hace el orado, pero no todo el mundo quiere. And so, esta experiencia yo te voy a decir, is mine. I made a pact, right, with God. This is my experience with God, that for me to feel the pain of my brethren, like, I want to feel it. Like, I want to know that when I walk somewhere, you know, I can feel something, or something's going on with somebody. So, yo hice como un pacto con Dios en este sentido, como que quiero sentir lo que mi hermano se sienta. Like, no importando qué. But yo quiero orar por esa persona, que esa persona reciba sanación. So, one day, I think it was yesterday, yo sé que mi sobrina me estaba diciendo algo, que tenía como un accidente, pero no estaba prestando atención. So, this is my niece. Something happened to her, but I wasn't paying attention. She was telling me something. ¿Verdad? Y a mí se me olvidó. And I forgot. And I forgot about it. And I've been working since I was working and stuff. I'm like not paying attention to her. And all of a sudden, you know, because I see her walking, like coja. I see her walking, or suddenly like with the leg, like it's hurting. But I wasn't like really paying attention to it. I'm like, that's weird. Why is she walking funny? Entonces yo dice, qué raro, porque ella está caminando como que raro. But honestly, my right leg starts to hurt, like all the way down to the, like, where the elbow is, your feet all the way down. And it started to hurt, like my ankle. I couldn't, sorry. My ankle. And it just started to hurt, like as if I broke it or something, or sprained it. I'm like, why? Oh my God, I'm feeling this pain. Entonces, yo empiezo a sentir mi tobillo que me empieza a latir, pero yo lo siento como si lo hubiera partido, o que que tenía un accidente y lo lastimé, pero fuerte, como que, you know, I sprained it. Y entonces, como si fuera estillado. And I'm feeling it en mi pie derecho, en el tobillo. And then I'm feeling this feeling. I'm like, so I go up to my knees. So yo me acerco a mi sobrina. Yo digo, ven aquí. Tu pie derecho a ti te duele en el tobillo abajo. Ella dice, sí. So I go up to my knees and I tell her, hey, is your right leg all the way down, like your ankle hurting, like bad? She's like, yeah. Ella me dijo, sí. Y yo dije, ¿tú me permites que yo te ore? And I told her, hey, to my knees, do you allow me to pray for you for a sec? ¿Me permite que te ore por un segundo? You know what she said? No. No. You know what she said? She said, no. So I can't pass that 30. And right away, para que tú veas, like, what, you know, that's what I'm talking about, the fruits of the Spirit. Entonces, ahí mismo, instantly, like in a few minutes, my legs stop hurting. Entonces, ahí mismo, en un par de segundos, mi pie dejó de sentir el dolor. Because God was showing me that someone needed prayer, but that person didn't want it. Entonces Dios me estaba enseñando ahí que una persona necesitaba oración, pero esa persona no los quería recibir. And then she was like scared. Ella tenía como un miedo, como un pavor. I'm like, why is she so scared? You know, just to be prayed for a sec. She would have been healed. Yo no sé por qué tiene miedo a yo orarle si iba a salir sana. But, you know, that's what it is. Y entonces, en the other one que yo quiero hablar, que eso es necio del corazón, como que, entonces, déjame ver, yo lo tengo aquí, en Proverbios 12. Déjame ver, ya se me olvidó. Ah, míralo aquí. Dice Proverbios 12, 1 al 2, dice, el que ama la corrección ama la sabiduría, pero el que aborrece la reprensión es ignorante. El bueno alcanzará favor del Señor, pero él condenará el hombre de malos pensamientos. Okay, so ese yo la hice. So now we're gonna read Proverbs 12, 1 to 2. It says, who love instruction loves knowledge, but he that hateth reproof brutish. A good man obtain favor of the Lord, but the man of wicked deceives will be condemned. Okay, so ahí, ¿verdad? Que yo leí ahora, es que el hombre que es necio de corazón, like someone who like doesn't just, you could talk, you could preach, you could talk about God, he's not gonna enter it because he's in this hate state. Like él está, tú puedes predicarle, tú puedes hablarle de Cristo y no, he's not gonna accept it. He's not gonna accept it because you know él pasó tantas cosas, like he went through so many things that he doesn't believe it no more. Y entonces that's when, like, you know, us as true Christians, as cristianos de verdad, tú tienes que orar, you have to pray and seek, because esta persona has been hurt by people supposedly Christians or supposedly religious people that go to church all the time. Y esta persona ha sido lastimada, ¿verdad? Supuestamente una persona cristiana o religiosa, una persona que va para la iglesia todo el tiempo. Y ellos ya tienen concepto, like, they have like this mindset de que, no, everyone's the same. Everyone's religious. Oh, they're so stupid. Like, no quiere creer. They don't want to believe. And they don't want to believe. And they don't want to believe. And that. Y eso es que pusieron el corazón, got hard. Like, the heart got hard. Porque ellos se endurecieron su corazón. And just like, you know, he got, his heart was hard. And this is, we go back to Bible. Esto es Biblia porque Dios dice que en la palabra de Moisés, you know, back to Moses' time when the Pharaoh was alive, right? And those times that his heart was what? Was hard, you know. Moses went up to him all the time to tell him about, hey, free my people. He's like, no, es una persona dura de corazón. And then, so this is, Biblia, porque si pensamos en los tiempos de antes de Moisés, que habla de que cuando él fue al Pharaoh, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo lo dice en el español? Déjame ver, ay Dios mío, se me fue de mi mente. Se me fue de mi mente esas personas en egipcio que eran reyes. Dios mío, se me fue totalmente se me fue. Yo después si me recuerdo, yo lo escribo ahí como siempre hago. Entonces, es como un tipo de rey. Y entonces, él vino Moisés ante su presencia y le decía, mira, suelta a mi pueblo. Y él decía, no lo voy a soltar. Pero ¿qué significa ahí? Dios estaba diciendo, su corazón estaba endurecido, estaba hard. What is telling you right there? That his heart was hard. The Pharaoh's heart was hard. Entonces, Faraón, esa era la palabra, ¿viste? Ay, Dios mío, porquería que no me recuerde. And so, So that's what I'm saying. You know, to harden your heart, eso es difícil. Entonces, that, like, in my experience, that was me. Before being a Christian, antes de ser yo cristiana, yo tenía mi corazón súper duro. Like, I had a hard heart. Like, no feeling. Yo no sentía nada. Pero absolutamente nada. No, cero sentimiento. Entonces, cuando yo llegué a los caminos de Cristo, so when I came in, you know, in the Christian walk and I accepted God, God softened my heart. Like, he took my hard, rock hard, and he turned it into like flesh. Entonces Dios, cuando yo acepté a Cristo, Él, Dios, cogió mi corazón dura como piedra y lo puso carne. And I was soft. It was real. Y latía, and then, you know, I started to have feelings. Yo empecé a tener sentimiento por la humanidad, for the people. I started to have feelings, and, you know, and that I didn't feel before. Y teniendo este sentimiento, el amor por las almas, and having this feeling of love for the souls, for the people to be free. Y teniendo amor por las almas para liberarlos, and pray, y lo que sea. Entonces, there's people that not around you that, you know, the jails that need to be prayed for, the mental homes. Tú tienes que ir a los sitios como de prisiones, gente que está en la cárcel, gente que están en los sitios mentales. Esas son la gente que necesita liberación, oración. Those people are the people who really need your prayers, your hope. You know, they are locked up in this, you know, bad energy. Ellos están encerrados, esa gente, como que en ese ambiente, atmósfera mal, you know, in the atmosphere. And so, you know, that's como que there's gonna be some people that you gotta walk along the way. Tú vas a encontrarte con gente que no tiene el fruto del Espíritu Santo. That you gotta know to have the fruit of the Holy Spirit, because you know. That's why yo no soy una persona para juzgar a una persona en cómo se ve. That's I'm not a person to judge someone just because you seem like this. I get judged a lot. Y yo antes me importaba, and a mí antes me importaba, like, but now I don't. You know why? Because God called me audibly. He called me by name. So I used to care before, now I don't. ¿Y por qué hizo el cambio? Porque él me estremeció cuando me habló y me dijo, you know, Isa, o sea, yo fui humillado, escupido, como yo te dije, you know, en otro video. And he tells me, Isa, you know, when I heard the voice of God telling me, Isa, you know what, I was humiliated. I was walking around, I got whipped and spit on, y, you know, ahí fue que me chocó, y como que, y a ti te importa, like, you care what they say, what they think, or you care what I think. O sea, a ti te importa lo que ellos digan o lo que yo. Entonces ahí fue que yo desperté, and that's why you hear people saying, like, ignore, shut your ears, cierra tus oídos. Significa como que para tú cerrar tus oídos a las cosas negativas. What does it mean? It means to shut your ears of negative things, of things throughout, because you're gonna have negative backfeed people. Tú vas a tener unas cosas negativas de personas, you know, and I have seen that, you know, and I'm like, wow, you know, alguien, you know, people judged me just because I look like that. Pero tú no sabes, you don't know what you need. Maybe I could free you of something. Tú no sabes si de lo que yo tengo, tú vas a ser libre. Pero como me estás juzgando en mi apariencia, because you're judging me of how I look, you gotta let go of the blessing. Como tú me estás juzgando con mi apariencia, tú vas a dejar ir la bendición. You know? Por eso es que siempre tienes que pedir el discernimiento. Ask for discernment. You know, I say it again, because it's so important. That's the most you need, because you could be like people in church. Vamos a poner, puede haber gente en la iglesia y pueden hacer lobos. There could be wolves, you know, there could be wolves inside the church. And si tú no tienes ese discernimiento, because if you don't have that discernment, you gotta think it's regular sheep. Tú vas a pensar que son abejas y no lo son. So when you put on your glasses, cuando tú te pones tu espejuelo, ponte los espejuelos, ahí entonces tú vas a ver la realidad. When you put your glasses on, Man, you gotta see the truth. You gotta see the truth, because people be like dressing up like Christians and they're not. Gente se están vestiendo como personas de Dios y no lo son. Por eso tú tienes, that's why, in John, en Juan te habla como que probar los espíritus, test the spirit, porque no todo el mundo que dice, oh, Jesus, Jesus, es de Jesús. Tú tienes que probar el espíritu. Not everyone that says, oh, Jesus, Jesus, it is. Más que ahí mismo te lo dicen en las palabras en Apocalipsis, and also tells you in the end of Revelation. It tells you that, there's got to be people going forward to his throne and tell him, Jesus, Jesus, but I did deliverance. I freed demons, under your name, and I did miracles. Pero él va a decir, mira, pero si yo hice muchos milagros en tu nombre, si yo liberé a los cautiveros y los demonios, hice muchos milagros. Pero God is going to say, you know what? But I do not know you. Y él va a decir, no te conozco. Because you need you need to have a relationship with him. Tú tienes que tener una relación. And when I was a Catholic, because my whole family is Catholic, cuando yo era una católica, a mí no me enseñaron eso, tener esa intimidad con Dios, como que I didn't know that, because my family is a Catholic, all Catholic. I'm the only Christian. Yo soy la única cristiana. Entonces, yo lo único que supe, the only thing I knew is that God was in church, in a cross. Lo único que yo sabía que Dios estaba en la cruz ahí. Yo estaba en la única cruz y yo iba para las rodillas, and I used to like bend over, and that's it. And then I would go, and every time I wanted to go, cada vez que yo quería hablar con él, pues yo iba de nuevo y doblaba rodillas, and but yo no sabía que, I did not know you had to have a relationship. Yo no sabía muchas cosas que tú tienes que tener una relación con Dios. Entonces, pues, por eso es que tú tienes que tener una relación. You have to have a relationship, and to continue your walk, because if you don't have it, you're not going to have his authority. Si tú no tienes la relación, tú no vas a tener la autoridad. Y la autoridad tú necesitas, sea en el mundo espiritual, sea físico. You need the authority of Jesus, even if it's here in the physical or in the spiritual realm. You need it. You need the authority. Porque yo he tenido experiencia. And you know what? I'm going to read this. Let me see if I can find it in Spanish, right? I think it's Marcos. And God is talking about the man who was possessed, right? Y estaba poseído, right? Y la cosa es que el demonio le dice, tú eres hijo del Dios Altísimo. You are God of the Most Mighty. And just like that, like in the spirit realm, I heard demons say it just like that. You are daughter of the Most High, the Mighty. And just like the way we read it, like the way you have read it, like in the Bible. Y la cosa es que eso es que, te conocen que tú eres. That's because they know who you are. And that's the difference of like the three guys of that were like from the Bible, I think is, what do they call los tres de Silvia? Eran tres como sacerdotes. They were like three priests, and they said they went up to a demon possessed man, y ellos vinieron a una persona que eran poseídos y dijeron, vas a irte afuera, te voy a echar afuera en el nombre de Pablo que predica. He's going to say, oh, you're going to come out in the same person, the person that, Paul preaches. Ahí mismo, right there, you know that you have no authority. Because only under Jesus' name you have authority. Únicamente, del nombre de Jesús es que tú eres libre. Entonces, tú puedes libertar. And that's why he got whipped. That's why he got whipped, because, the demon said straight up, like, I know Paul, I know Jesus, I know, but who are you? Entonces, por eso es que le dice ese demonio, le dice, yo conozco a ese, tres personajes le dijeron, a Pedro yo conozco, a Pedro yo conozco, así yo lo conozco, pero ¿y tú quién tú eres? because, o sea, tú no tienes autoridad. You need authority for everything, for healing, para todo. You have to have the communication. Tienes que tener esa relación con Dios. Is the number one. So, even in the churches, están viendo estas cosas. You're starting to see, exactamente lo que dice. And, the people, they're going to be hard. The heart is going to turn cold. Que el corazón se le va a enfriar. Y, there's going to be a lot of people leaving, the faith to be in the world. Sorry, it's like really late and, tired. Pero yo siempre me gusta hacerles un video para ustedes because I care about you guys. Porque yo los amo y los adoro. I love you guys. I'm sorry que yo no podía como que subir mucho. Estoy trabajando muchísimo. I'm sorry I haven't been able to put up a video or something. It's just I've been working so much, like so much. Y a mí me encanta que aunque yo trabaje, ir aquí a predicarles, a hablarles, sea de mis experiencias, sea de los de afuera que yo he visto, for you can know that it's a cold, hard world. And you have to keep your faith up. And that's why it's like, ¿cómo es que le dicen en inglés? Let me see how I'm going to say this in English. It's like God, right? You are this cup, right, of clay. And He's going to mold you. Él te va a moldear porque tú eres la vasija y Dios es que te va a moldear. God is the one that's gonna mold you, shape you. And entonces, that's the same way even as character, even tu carácter, Dios te lo va a formar. So, the way I was in the beginning is completely different than now. Now, there's people that are rude. Hay gente que son bien malcriados where I work. And sometimes, before, antes yo hubiera dicho algo. Pero right now, God's been working on me, Dios. Antes yo hubiera dicho algo, pero ahora, con ya Dios, procesándome, God, going through tribulations, I've been controlling like more, and I have people going off, and I'm like, just calm peace. Hay gente que ha venido como levantamiento, bien enojo, y yo tranquilo porque Dios va a moldearte a su carácter. God is gotta, He's gotta form you, He's gotta shape you the way He is, Y eso es algo que no de la noche a la mañana, And if you want to be a seer, si tú quieres ver, o sea, ver las cosas espirituales, esto es mi consejo. Pídele a Dios que te prepare. This is my, advice to you is to ask, for God to like prepare you for the things, because it's strong, Es fuerte. Not everybody could like take it, what you see, because it's strong what you see. Some people don't even believe, but there's so many things that are real that I don't talk here, but que yo no hablo, hay muchas cosas que son reales, que la gente está durmiendo, like the church is sleeping, and you see there's so many things, and then you see things with the kids, tú estás viendo cosas con los hijos, todo lado, everywhere, and you even see the wars going on, tú estás viendo la guerra, and everything is written, but you see those people, tú ves esas personas en Ucrania, like in Ukraine, that they're praying, está ahí en medio de esa guerra. In the middle of that war, God, they're praying to God, porque God, Dios, es como un poderoso gigante. He's like a mighty giant who covers you and nothing's gonna harm you. That's why pray for them. Ora por ellos, porque Dios es como un poderoso gigante que te cubre, who covers you. Y la oración es poderosa. And, the prayer is powerful. But that's why you gotta protect your heart. Tú tienes que protegerte el corazón. You have to protect your heart, because that's the most thing is gonna get beat. Like, that's the most thing I get attacked a lot. Yo, claro, diferentes áreas, pero ahí también. Es como que fuerte. I get attacked a lot of different things, but yeah, the heart, you gotta take care of it. Tienes que cuidarlo, porque hay cosas que, you gotta see and it's really hard. Como que hay cosas que yo he visto y I'm like, pero se supone que él sea de Dios, you know, and it hurts me and I cry because I just like, I don't get it. How can someone betray you, God? ¿Cómo es que alguien te puede traicionar así? You know, tú, you know. And so, you know, mi gente, no tengas miedo. Don't be scared to go out to pray, to start deliverance on people. Ese pensamiento de que, ay, yo no estoy bautizada en lengua. You know, that mindset like, oh, I'm not baptized with the gift of tongues. No, no, no. God works differently. God works different forms. Dios te habla en diferentes formas y como Él quiera. Tú vas a saber. Tú simplemente haz tu trabajo. You know, I have seen it too. And you know, ask for the five senses. Tienes que preguntar para que sean sensibles, like be sensitive, your five senses, right? Porque yo he tenido que, yo voy a hacer una liberación de la manera chula que deliverance a somebody, ¿verdad? Y yo lo planeo porque esa persona tiene, vamos a poner enojo y brujería porque está viendo muchas cosas. And then, you know, let's, for example, that I knew someone that was watching things of witchcraft and what was the other one? And she was angry. Entonces, yo estaba planeando, sí, vamos a hacerte esto, pero yo sé que tú tienes esto. I'm saying, you have this and that, you know, just because the way she explained. Y they knew that they were going to be out. And the thing is, cuando ella se acercó, you know, you have senses, like eyes, hear, and you have a nose sense, remember? You can smell spiritually. So when someone's up to you, close to close, or next to you, however you want it, if you smell something that's different, it's going to be something spiritual. Si tú hueles algo, es algo que sea espiritual. Es algo espiritual porque hay cosas que tú hueles que no es aquí. En lo espiritual. Entonces, that person came up to me, and all suddenly, like, this scent hit me of, like, of, what do you call it? Like a horrible, rotten smell of sulfur. Entonces, cuando esta persona se me acercó a mí, yo podía oler el olor a azufre y como podrido. Yo, Entonces, that right there is telling you, that is demons right there. The presence of demons is right there, you know. And so, they knew they were going to be out. Y como ellos saben que iban a salir, what they did is they deactivated themselves. Ellos como que se desactivan, you know. Y that person thinks, entonces como se te desactivan, you know, they're inactivated now because they put themselves that way to not come out. You think you're free. Tú piensas que tú estás libre, pero ellos están, they're sleeping. You know, ellos no se van a manifestar. They're not gonna manifest because they're sleeping, but that's why it's called they deactivate themselves, you know. Y ella ahora, like nothing, but I know it's still there. Waiting for a different opportunity in a moment, esperando que, you know, algún día ella haga algo a eso activarse. Pero when they know that someone's gonna be free, they do everything possible, you know, for you not to get free. So don't be scared. Don't be scared to pray. You know, that's what I'm saying. No tengas miedo para orar a los enfermos. No tengas miedo para poner tus manos en los enfermos. Don't be scared. And you know what? This is my advice to you. I use oil. Doesn't matter what. Well, I like to use olive. Yo uso aceite. No tengas miedo para orar a los enfermos. Yo uso aceite de oliva. A mí me gusta ese aceite. Puede ser cualquiera. It doesn't matter. It could be whatever you want, you know. It could be whatever. Después que te bregue para ti. Y it's not the oil que it's powerful. No es el aceite que es poderoso, sino the anointing. Es la unción que tú tienes con Dios. You know, that's the power. The relationship you have with God, you gotta see it. That's the fruits of the Spirit, this video. So I really hope, espero, por eso es que yo hice este video del fruto del Espíritu Santo, porque algo me estaba estremeciendo, and there's so much people that have hate. Hay muchas personas que tienen odio en su corazón duro, y hay que orar. You have to pray for those people. Pray for those people. So, shalom. Hopefully, pretty soon. Espero que te gustó este mensaje de hoy. Prontito vas a ver algo pronto aquí, mi testimonio. Y entonces, testificando desde República Dominicana, ¿verdad? El programa. Pretty soon I'm gonna put up my testimony, but it's not. I'm gonna have to like see how am I gonna put like subtitles for you people in English. It's a testimony that I'm doing, and and it's from Dominican Republic. So I wanna put up on my channel. Yo lo quiero poner también en mi canal, and that should be coming up soon. And it gives me joy, me da alegría que se va a compartir mundial, internacional. And it gives me joy that other people from different religions, countries, could hear my testimony because it's so powerful, very powerful. And es tan poderoso que people, they're like, the way people react to it, it's like, oh, how can, I have this happen to me. How come if this happened to you, how come I didn't live it too? You know what? Pues tú sabes lo que te digo, pues qué bueno que tú no has vivido lo que yo viví. Qué bueno que tú hiciste lo mismo y no te pasó nada. Because God, I guess, sometimes the way God calls you is by pain. For some reason, I know it's hard, but by pain and suffering. A veces Dios te llama con algo que sea doloroso y traumante en tu vida, y eso que te va a hacer venir a sus caminos. And that's gonna, bring you to Him and stuff, so, Pero, nothing, shalom, espéralo pronto, I'm gonna put it up soon, and igual que usted en el español como en el inglés, well, the same thing in Spanish and English. If you have told somebody the way you were free, put it up in your channel. Don't be scared. Si tú tienes un testimonio, ¿verdad? De lo que te pasó, cómo Dios te libró, súbelo en tu canal. No tengas miedo, porque otras personas quieren testificar. Quieren escuchar tu testimonio y, a lo mejor lo están viviendo y tú no lo sabes. So don't be scared. Put up your video of your testimony, how you're free. Maybe there's someone out there that's passing the same thing that you did, going through. So, shalom family. Yo los amo, los adoro. Like and subscribe. Dale me gusta. Suscríbete a la campanita para que estés pendiente a los videos que subo. Dios los bendiga. Bendiciones. Toda potestad, ningún